residential area, and I work in Ashton. So I had to drive and use the motorway. So I'm using the motorway here to get home to and from work. And then this is what happened that day. So this one day, I'm coming from work, it's late. I think it was a Saturday now. I'm coming from work and it's late. And I was driving. I don't even know whether I was coming from work. Yes, I was driving from Ashton. So I got into the M60 at the Ashton junction going south. M60 going south. And I'm driving. We go past Denton. Just before Bredbury, where you have the cameras, the average speed cameras, the traffic cop pulls me over. I just hear the sirens. So I stop. Just under that first camera. I stop right there. When I stop right there, the traffic cop comes out, gets me in a patrol car, asks me a usual question. You know why I stopped you? No, I don't. Well, you were speeding. It's telling me that I'm speeding. Okay. Then he tells me, he's telling me that I'm speeding. I'm like, no. Always say no. Never admit to anything without any evidence shown to you. I'm like, no. He goes, yeah, you were. So he meets me, usual question, what's the speed on the motorway? You're like 70. Have you got a license? And I see your license. I don't have it with me. What's your name? Give the name or come and sit in the car. Then we go on, what's the speed on the motorway? You go, well, 70. What do you think you were doing? What speed do you think you were doing? We're like, of course I'm doing 70. He's like, no, you weren't. You were doing 90. No. He said I was doing 85. I think he said I was doing 85. That 90 is for another traffic stop that I'm going to tell you next, shortly after this. So he says I'm doing 85. Now, the speed limit on the motorway is 70. Right? There are some rules there that will tell you that you can do whatever the speed limit is, plus 10%, plus free for the margin of error. So, like I say, on a motorway, that will be 77 plus free, and that will get you to 80. But in reality, not many police forces are enforcing that speed limit. I mean, like pulling people for 80. If they were pulling people for 80, there will be so many people that will find themselves in court for speeding or will lose their license because of that. However, the roadworks limits are more enforceable. They're more strict than just normal police radars. So if you do it, for example, people get done for doing 55 when it says 50 zone. Some people get done for that. Although people get done for that, I will always say that always try and find some advice on it. Try and seek legal advice. Call and ask. Just have a chat with some lawyers. It's 15-minute or 30-minute free first session. Because you'll be surprised. Some of these go unchallenged and people just get stressed over this issue, or people try and avoid stress by just saying, oh, I'm just going to pay for it and just get 3 points. That's not a problem. But those 3 points are going on your license and they're going to impact your driving, your insurance. And in case you get another one, and they're going to cost you money. In case you get another one, you could be banned. You could lose your job. So that's why it's important to actually look at this. First, you have to deny what you're doing. If you were speeding, in case you were speeding, you have to deny it. They have to bring the evidence. Then you have to scrutinize the evidence that they bring. You have to scrutinize the evidence they bring. It's all about finding a loophole. It's all about finding a technical issue that will make the case no stand in court. So this guy, what they say? They say to me, you were in breach of the speed limit on the motorway according to blah 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 law of you know. I'm like, no, I'm not, because I wasn't speeding in that sense. Now that area there is the average speed. Where he stopped me, I hadn't started that particular stretch, so I was on the normal 70 miles an hour zone so far. So I'm doing reverse parking again. In one go. Perfect. In one go. Perfect. Guys, just give me 1 minute there and I'll be back. 1 minute.
It's okay.
If you manage to make yourself comfortable. Yeah, I'm doing a live stream here. I was telling them about my traffic stop here. My 4th traffic stop. I have many, mate.
I should give
I
you
had
the
loads.
address.
Put it on yours.
Okay.
Put it on yours, because I'll stop the streaming soon and focus on your directions. So guys, I just picked up some passengers. Just picked up some passengers that I'm now forcing to participate in my live stream. So pass here. So we shall get there before half past 12. So I was saying that normally the police, when they stop you, they will accuse you.
And turn left onto Gas Street.
They will accuse you of a lot of things. They will bring. Sometimes they actually talk just bullshit, like nonsense, really. Like they don't have a point. Sometimes they don't, or half of the time they don't. And even when you get the ticket, some of these tickets are challengeable. You can challenge them. But some people, because of stress and all that, they just fuck that. I'm just paying this and move on with my life. and then be going in court, and
In
etc.
200
etc. So
yards,
people
turn
don't like
right
that.
onto Cavendish Street.
So this
867.
police got me. He was on, I think, a BMW X5 or something like that. So I'm joining the motorway from Ashton Junction, the M60. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
This is the M60 here. I'm going to south towards the airport and stuff. And this guy, he's following me apparently. I didn't know. And then he puts the lights on just under the average speed enforcement area of Bradbury. So he put the lights on, and I pull over, and he comes to me and he goes, do you know why I stopped you? Because you were speeding. Can I have your license? I'm like, no, I wasn't. Can I have your license? Yeah. Well, I don't have it on me, so.
You entered the motorway, right?
Yeah. No, I entered the motorway and I was going south. I was going Williamshaw, to be honest. So he apparently he'd been tagging me from
So before
from
the
here.
motorway, yeah.
He was already on the motorway coming from Chatterton or something, and he was right behind me. Right, so he was already on the motorway when I joined the motorway, but he was behind me. So I didn't know that. I didn't know he was behind me. So he's following me, and then when we get to that Bradbury area, he flashes me, like, you know, he put the siren and the lights on. But before, because there's a sign there to go 50, yeah, average speed, yeah. So I decided to stop, and he comes to me and he goes, you know why I stopped you? It's because you were speeding. I'm like, no. He goes, yes, you were speeding. And he goes, can I have your license? So I give him my license. Well, I didn't have my license. I just said, so I give him the address and stuff. So he come and sit in the car. So I'm sitting there and he's there telling me, well, what's the speed on the motorway? I'm like 70. And he's like, what speed do you think you were doing? I'm like, well, I was doing 70. He goes, no, you were doing 85. I'm like, whatever. I wasn't. I told you I wasn't, so whatever. If you want, you know what? I'm tired, mate. I've just come from work and I'm tired. So if you want to write ticket, just write ticket. I'll see you in court. I just told him that straight. I said, I'll see you in court, no problem. And he wrote me a ticket. So he wrote the ticket, and I took the ticket, and I'm gone. I didn't even sign that one. I refused to sign. I remember I refused to sign the ticket because I was telling him that I wasn't. That what was the tool that he used
to see that you're
to
speeding.
see that I'm speeding?
Exactly.
And he couldn't produce one, right? He's writing me a ticket. I'm like, okay, I'll see you in court. It's your word against mine. So the guy gives me the ticket and I take it. And like 2 weeks after, the thing comes from the police, right?
Yeah.
The full thing comes from the police. And on there, you know, like the what do you call it? What do you call them? You know, that letter that comes there telling you that you take the 3 points and you do that, or you want to take it to court or you appeal.
Penalty.
Yeah, the penalty, the official penalty
charge, or whatever,
charge comes, where it gives you two options. Either you pay, you take the 3 points, or you go to court and dispute it. Right? I didn't do any of those two.
You left it.
So I didn't pay, and I didn't dispute it in court, but I did something else.
Which one?
I challenged the ticket with the people who issued the ticket. So I said, because I had a friend, right? I spoke to a friend. I had a friend. I said to him, look, I was on the motorway and this police officer just pulled me, and he's claiming that I was doing in a rush here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going in the inside, and then I'm gonna give someone some headache. Yeah, cheeky stuff. Yeah. He can beep up, bite and shout. That's his problem. It's not mine. So I had a friend who was working in a solicitor's office or something. He had some legal kind of background. So I explained to him what happened there with this traffic stop. Because from one stop that I had before, and I explained this in my, I believe my second traffic stop, the police there checked the cameras, the recording, and realized that I was doing 89. He was convinced that I was doing 90. right? That's what he told me. So when he was observing this thing and tagging me and following me, he was certain that it was 90. And then when he checked the recording, he realized that the top speed was 89.
Yeah.
So he goes to me, our police force, I don't know whether it's Derbyshire police or something like that.
Yeah.
He said our police force, it was down Sheffield, just before Sheffield area, I think, or around there. He says our police force does not prosecute people who are doing less than 90. You're lucky. It's your lucky day today. I'm just going to give you a caution, because our police force do not bother prosecuting people who are doing below 90.
Yeah.
So if you hit 90 and above,
He's pulling.
welcome.
You look at some of the cars who are on the motorway doing some serious stupid speeds.
Yeah.
There's some people
So
doing
if
serious
you're
stupid
doing 90, game on. We'll have you on. And I just happened to ask them the question. I said, well, why though? It's above the speed limit, so why? So that's when he gives me the explanation that in the past they've had a lot of these cases. Often, the majority of them, they will get off.
Yeah.
So so the police will lose the case.
Yeah. No.
So
further
they
charge.
made that determination that in the future we will not bother with those who are under the 90. From 90 above, game on. So that's what he told me. Now, police force to police force. So other police force might enforce. They're free to enforce what they want,
Yeah.
as long as you're breaking the speed limit. They can have you.
Of course.
But sometimes it's worth challenging them.
Like in your
But it's
case.
worth challenging when there is something bigger at stake. Let's say you've already got 9 points, or you're doing your job like you're a driver, like a delivery driver or something like that.